Congratulations, you just sold your house for an amazing amount of money. You just made a ton of profits. Do you need to pay taxes on that? Let's talk about it. These days, with escalating home prices, home sellers are making really nice profits. I get the question fairly regularly, hey, am I going to have to pay taxes on the gains that I'm making on this house? And the answer most of the time is no, if it's your primary residence. And this is thanks to the Taxpayer Relief Act of 1997. And the main crux of that is you, as the home seller, need to have lived in the home at least 2 of the last 5 years. And that gives you an exemption as a single taxpayer of $250,000 in gains that you do not have to pay taxes on. If you're married and filing jointly, it's $500,000. That is a wonderful chunk of money that you don't have to pay taxes on. Let's say you're lucky enough to clear more than that $500,000 profit as a couple filing jointly. Any improvements you make to the home can also be deducted so that you don't have to pay taxes on that. As an example here, let's say you cleared $600,000 in profit on that home, and you had $100,000 plus in documented improvements to the home. You don't pay taxes on that anymore because you have improved the home, you've invested in that property. In today's real estate market, there are people who are clearing even more than the scenario that I just discussed. Well, what can they expect to pay in capital gains taxes? About 15%, depending on which state they're in. So, if you're selling an investment property or a second home and you make a whole bunch of money, are you out of luck? Not necessarily. What you can do is use what's called a 1031 tax exchange. And it allows you to avoid paying capital gains taxes by finding a like property and buying that. Now, there are some limitations. One, it has to be identified within 45 days of your making the sale of the initial property, and it needs to be closed within 180 days. Now, these are fairly tight restrictions, so you should have your ducks in a row before you sell that investment property or second home if you're looking to save on those capital gains taxes. If you know of anybody who's got a second home and thinking about unloading it, or has a home and they're worried about tax penalties for all the money they're going to make, please send them this video. I think they will find it helpful. If you want to make some comments below, please do. I'd like to hear more from you, what you're thinking about this, and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.